Alright, so this is my roommate Sarah, and this is Winnie the Pooh. And I'm Claire, and I'm going to be telling my Tale with a Twist story. So, Sarah, for this story, you're going to have to participate a little bit. The story is about a character named Molly Whuppie, and every time I say Molly Whuppie's name, you have to say with me, "Oh, that Molly Whuppie, what a smart, forward, and brave girl." Let's try it. Molly Whuppie.
Oh, that Molly Whuppie,
what a smart, forward, and brave
girl.
Smart, forward, brave.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, so here's the story. So once upon a time, there was a man and wife that had way too many kids, and they didn't know what to do with them. They couldn't count them and they couldn't feed them. So they decided to send 3 of them out into the woods to die, to get rid of the problem. And so they sent 3 sisters out into the woods, and they were so frightened because they didn't know where to go or what to do or how to get food or anything. So they were walking along and unsure of where to go, and they saw this cabin across the way. And they were hesitant. They said, maybe we should go or maybe not. But while 2 of the sisters were deliberating, Molly Whuppie, oh, that Molly Whuppie, what a smart, forward, and brave girl. You got it. She had already walked to the door, knock, knock, knocked, and promptly demanded to be given food and shelter. Now the woman who opened the door happened to be a giant, and she looked at the 3 girls and she thought, well, all right, you can stay here. But you should know that my husband does tend to eat humans from time to time, so you should probably hide somewhere in the house. So the girls thanked her, and they promptly hid in her house. Now, when the husband did get home, he smelled them right away. And then when he finally saw them, however, he took pity on them because he had 3 daughters of his own, so he told them they could stay the night. So the 3 giant daughters and the 3 other sisters stayed up in the attic. But Molly Whuppie,
oh, that Molly Whuppie, what a smart,
forward, and brave
girl.
You got me to mess up. She told her sisters, oh my goodness, we have to wake up. We have to get out of here. I don't trust this giant at all. So, very quietly, they all tiptoed down the ladder and ran out of the giant's cabin and ran as fast as they could because they just didn't feel safe. And as they were running and running for what felt like hours, they finally reached this castle. So, Molly Whuppie, oh, Molly Whuppie, what a smart, forward, and brave girl. She knocked, knocked, knocked on the door, and who do you think answered? Who do you think?
The king.
The king! The king opened the door, saw the 3 sisters, and listened to their story and told them, all right, you can stay here in the castle, but I need something from you first. So he asked them, I need you to get me the giant's sword. It's a very special sword, and I've been wanting it forever, but I've always been too scared to go get it. But since you've already been there, can you get it for me? And the 2 sisters were very frightened and said, absolutely not. But who do you think said she could get it?
Molly Whuppie.
Oh, that Molly Whuppie, what a smart, forward, and brave girl. Exactly. So she ran back to the cabin and snuck up into the giant and giantess's room. And above their bed was the sword. And she grabbed it with her small hand. And just as she was about to leave the room, the giant woke up. And he saw what was happening and he got up angrily. But by that time, Molly Whuppie,
oh, that Molly Whuppie, what a smart, forward, and brave girl.
She had already run across the yard and over the bridge, which happened to be a single hair that only she could go over because she was so light. So the giant couldn't catch her. So he cursed and waved his fist, but there was nothing to be done. And Molly Whuppie, oh, that smart, forward, and brave girl. Perfect. She ran all the way back to the castle, and the king was so pleased that he said, I need one more thing from you. I need you to get the giant's ring. So she went back to the giant's cabin, but this time the giant woke up right as she was sliding the ring off his finger. So he grabs Molly Whuppie by the hand.
Oh, that Molly Whuppie, what a smart, forward, and brave girl.
He grabs her by the hand, stuffs her in a bag filled with cats and dogs. He ties the bag up and puts it on a tree and plans to beat her with a stick until she dies. But he realizes he doesn't have a stick. So he tells his wife, "Please watch the bag while I go find a stick." So off he goes, and the wife stands there and waits and waits. But who do you think has a plan?
Molly Whuppie. Oh, that Molly Whuppie. What a smart, forward, and brave girl.
Yes. So she says to the wife, "You know, there's something really wonderful in this bag. I really wish you could look at it." And the wife, being stupid and curious as she was, says, "I want to see that thing." So she goes underneath the bag and cuts a hole and slithers on up into the bag to look at what Molly Whuppie is seeing.
Oh, that Molly Whuppie. What a smart, forward, and brave girl.
And she slides out as the wife is coming into the bag. And then Molly Whuppie goes underneath and sews up the bag so that the wife is stuck. And so then the wife is stuck in the bag, and Molly Whuppie,
oh, that smart, forward, and brave girl,
runs as fast as she can, and she finds the giant, slides the ring off his finger before he can even recognize what's happening, and runs across the single hair bridge back to the castle. And the giant can't catch her. And so Molly Whuppie,
oh, that smart, forward, and brave girl,
reaches the king, gives him the ring, and he is so happy that he decides to let her and her sisters stay at the castle forever. And that is the tale of the wonderful Molly Whuppie.
Oh, that Molly Whuppie. What a smart, forward, and brave girl.
The end.